You don't deserve love. That's what the little voice in the back of my head said as I lay there alone in bed, tormented by my own thoughts. It was all connected. The half-truths, the late nights, the messages on his phone, the cleaners, the 3 a.m. showers. My boyfriend was cheating on me. Tears streamed down my face. My heart sunk into the pit of my stomach. I could barely breathe. It was like all the oxygen got sucked out of the room. Pack my bags, leave. That would have been the smart thing to do. Guess I wasn't that smart. I needed to confront him. I needed to look him in the eyes and ask him, why? Why wasn't I good enough? What did I do wrong? Why did he throw away the past 6 years of our lives for some slut? I was angry. I was furious, but I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of seeing how upset I really was. So I dried my tears and waited, thinking, building up a silent rage. When he came home later that night, I thought things couldn't get any worse. I was wrong. But wait, before I tell you what happened next, why am I telling you this story? Hi, I'm Sarah Grace, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal an unusual but very powerful attraction trigger called the hero reflex that allows you to connect with a man on a deep, emotional level. Get him to fall in love with you and make him feel an intense, uncontrollable desire and excitement to be with you and only you forever. Even though this might sound impossible now, when you watch this video to the very end, you'll discover how to inspire a man to crave your love obsessively, do anything to please you, and see you as the most amazing woman he's ever met, and the only woman who can truly make him happy. And you'll do it without playing mind games, without being manipulative, and without him ever thinking you're pushy or desperate. But in order for me to prove it to you, I need to go back to my story. It was around 1 a.m. in the morning when I heard haunting footsteps and the sound of a door being unlocked. It was David, my boyfriend. He entered the apartment. The lights were off and the rooms were covered in darkness, like something you'd see out of a horror movie. He flipped the light switch on, and there I was, sitting on the sofa where we had shared our first kiss. He hadn't noticed me yet. His back was turned towards me as he went to the kitchen to grab a beer from the refrigerator. And that's when I caught a glimpse of him grinning from ear to ear. I could tell he wasn't thinking of me because he'd never once looked at me like that. He was thinking of something else, of someone else. When he finally became aware of my presence, he strolled over and pecked me on the lips. "What's wrong, honey?" he asked nervously as his eyes crawled over my face, trying to make sense of it. I looked at him with a brutal stare and said, "How long have you been cheating on me?" His jaw dropped in shock. I could see the blood draining from his face as he tried to mutter something in response. "Who the hell is she?" I asked mercilessly. He tried to deny it at first, stumbling over his words and coming up with lame excuses. But after realizing I wasn't buying any of it, he eventually confessed he was having an affair with his coworker, a woman almost half my age, for the past 8 months. "It just happened," he said, without an ounce of remorse. When I questioned him further, he told me he felt trapped, that I was holding him back, and that he found someone who made him feel alive again. My heart froze. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Somewhere, deep down in the depths of my brain, I was still holding on to the possibility that it was all in my head, that there was some rational explanation for everything that was so out of place in our relationship. But hearing him say it out loud confirmed all my suspicions. Imagine my shock to see the undeniable truth, to discover that I gave this man some of the best years of my life, and it was all for nothing. I was just a stepping stone, a meaningless subplot for his amusement until he found someone younger and prettier than me. I was sad. No, take that back. I was devastated. And the worst part of all, I felt ugly and utterly worthless. I felt like such an idiot for loving him, for trusting him, for giving him my heart. I hated him for what he had done to me, for what he had done to us. And I knew in that moment it was already past the point of no return. The fatal choice was already made. The inevitable happened. I broke up with him. It was over. In the weeks that followed, I experienced a roller coaster of painful and conflicting emotions as I tried to put the past behind me. I buried myself in work as a distraction, but I still couldn't get him out of my head. It was driving me crazy. The more I ran from how I didn't want to feel, the more it came rushing to the surface like an angry volcano. And sometimes I couldn't help but wonder if it was somehow my fault for everything that had gone wrong in our relationship. I knew it was silly. I knew it was ridiculous to even think about blaming myself for something he had done. But I just couldn't shake that lingering feeling. I felt humiliated, depressed, and alone. Things got so bad that there were days when I couldn't even eat or sleep. I felt hollow inside. I spent many nights crying my eyes out, wishing I could disappear. It was difficult just to get out of bed in the morning. After spending countless hours replaying in my mind all the lies and betrayals and failed relationships I had with all the men I dated over the years, my frustration became unbearable. I didn't want to live like this anymore. And that's when I realized that things needed to change, that I needed to move on and figure men out so I would never experience this horrible pain in my chest ever again. I needed to understand how men really think, what they actually want, why they want the things they want, and more importantly, how to inspire a man to give me everything I needed from a relationship. So I grabbed my laptop and went online, looking for answers. But there was no solution. And the worst part is, I knew it wasn't going to be there. All I found were books and articles and videos from sleazy pickup artists and so-called relationship gurus offering misleading and outdated information. And I was even more confused than before, because what one person is telling me to do is the exact opposite of what the previous person said. Eventually, I ended up right back where I started, and I was disappointed again. I was beginning to think that my situation was hopeless. And then, one day, out of the blue, I received a phone call from my friend Amanda, who I hadn't seen in years. Amanda was a successful psychologist, a proud mother of 3 beautiful children, and happily married for over 14 years. And as embarrassing as it is for me to admit it, I secretly envied her. She was in town on a business trip for a few days and wanted us to grab lunch and catch up before she left. I was reluctant at first, given everything that was going on in my life, but after hitting rock bottom with no one else to turn to for help, I figured it wouldn't hurt to pick her brain a little. So we met up at a local restaurant I knew in town and started reminiscing about the past. After going back and forth for a while, I casually asked her, "Amanda, how did you get your man to be so loving and loyal to you? What's the secret?" After bursting out in laughter for a few seconds, she looked me in the eye and said, "It's no secret. It's science." I was puzzled, but also intrigued at the same time. After listening to her for hours and taking mental notes, I got really excited because I knew I had stumbled onto something huge. So, that same night, I went home, fired up my computer, and started researching everything she said like a crazy scientist. To my amazement, she was absolutely right. And I became fascinated. This led me down a path of intense research for the next few months. I started studying evolutionary psychology to find out why men think the way they do, and what makes them desire monogamy and stay faithful in a relationship. I interviewed several of my close male friends and got them to go beneath the surface and reveal why men say they want one thing when they actually desire something else. I even studied the most successful relationship coaches in the world to discover what specific words, phrases, and body language techniques trigger intense attraction and desire in a man. And with all the information I had absorbed, I sat down and organized everything into a simple system I could follow. When I went through it, my face warped into a smile like a little kid opening her present for the first time. This was it. I could feel it in my bones. I knew I had something special in my possession. Over the next few weeks, I felt like a princess. When I implemented just a few of the techniques I discovered, men suddenly started pursuing me everywhere I went. They treated me with respect, opened doors for me, and even brought me thoughtful gifts to show their affection. They were eager to take me out on dates and were actually interested in me and not my body. Many of them even insisted on being in a committed relationship, something I never thought would happen. And after having a lot of fun going on many romantic dates, I finally met that one special man who stood out from all the others. He was tall and handsome and masculine, and the way he looked at me made my heart flutter with excitement. He was very polite and had a great sense of humor. We talked for hours, and we immediately felt that spark of chemistry and deep connection, like we'd known each other for years. We started dating, and it didn't take long before we fell in love. He accepted me for who I was, and always went out of his way to make me happy. He respected me as his equal, and valued my opinion when making decisions. Whenever I needed someone to talk to, he took the time to actually listen and told me exactly what I needed to hear to cheer me up. The way he touched me, kissed me, and made sweet, passionate love to me made me feel safe and desired and loved. He kept bragging about me to his family and his friends, excited for me to meet them. And just 11 months into our relationship, he proposed and told me I'm the one he wants to be with forever. To this very day, he still looks at me with that same sparkle in his eyes as he did when we first met. And I remembered thinking to myself, this is incredible. I finally found the love I've been searching for all my life. And it was all thanks to the breakthrough techniques and strategies I had at my command. Then it got me thinking, if what I discovered worked for me, maybe it will work for other women too. So I shared my newfound knowledge with a few of my close friends, and the results were mind-blowing. All of a sudden, my phone got spammed with text messages with OMGs and smiley faces saying how they got their boyfriends and husbands to finally open up and pull them closer than they've ever been before. And that's when I knew for certain this was no coincidence. I had finally discovered a proven path to winning a man's heart and keeping him happy, committed, and in love. After spending months testing and tweaking and refining it, I created a system to help women experience true love and have the amazing relationships we are all entitled to. And it's so simple. Anyone can do this. It doesn't matter how difficult or hopeless you think your situation is. Listen, I know it's no fun what you're feeling right now. I remember how scary it was for me. And even though at the time I couldn't see my way out of the darkness, I want you to know that there is a way out, and I'm going to show you how. But first, I need to expose the big lie that has kept you from having the relationship you desire and deserve. If you've been led to believe that you need to look like a fitness model, play hard to get, or resort to using manipulation to attract and keep a man, you've been lied to. It's not your fault. I fell for it too. If you need to blame someone, don't blame yourself. Blame the media for lying to you for years about what men want. The media has bombarded you with misleading information and unrealistic portrayals of love through movies, TV shows, advertising, and the magazines for almost as long as you've been alive. And it's enough to confuse anyone. It confused me for years. The truth is, you should never, ever try to control a man or pretend to be someone you're not, because you'll end up turning him off. A man can sense when you're not being authentic, and he'll automatically put his guard up if he thinks you are playing games or relying on your looks to get his attention. You see, despite everything you've been told, the fact is, most men actually desire a woman who embraces who she is and knows what she wants. The problem is, most women don't know how to harness their natural feminine energy to capture a man's attention and interest. They don't know how to slip past a man's defenses and make him feel inspired to seek a long-term relationship. And you need to realize the problem is a lot worse than you think. If you don't deal with this now, getting a man to love and commit to you will be the least of your problems. You won't get the relationship you really want. You won't get the respect you deserve. You won't experience the happiness you desire. You'll end up growing old alone. And eventually, no matter how much you want it, you'll be forced to give up on your dream of having the family you deserve. Listen, this is not what I want for you, and I know it's not what you desire for yourself. So, if you want to get a man to love you and only you, and have a happy, long-term relationship, you need to activate the hero reflex. The hero reflex is a secret attraction trigger that allows you to bypass a man's logical brain and connect directly with his emotional brain, subconsciously awakening deep feelings of desire and love for you. The hero reflex is so amazingly powerful that it can make even the most commitment-phobic man suddenly shift into monogamy mode and become physically and emotionally invested in you and your relationship. And the best part is, it's so under the radar that he won't be able to pinpoint why he feels so drawn to you. He'll start to think the two of you are a perfect fit and find himself saying things like, "I've never met someone like you before. There's just something special about you." The hero reflex is scientifically proven to work on any man you choose because men are biologically hardwired to fall in love with a woman who makes him feel like a hero in her eyes. It's important to understand that although cultures have evolved, the basic male instinct remains the same. A man has a strong desire to feel needed more than wanted. A man wants to serve you. He wants to make you happy. And he wants to feel respected and appreciated when he makes good choices. When a man associates you with feeling like a hero, he'll shower you with affection because you're the woman who he feels most alive around. He'll become so comfortable and open with you that he stops thinking about chasing other women and starts thinking about the future he wants with you and only you. The hero reflex will give you irresistible influence over a man's emotions. In fact, let me give you 3 tips you can use right now to inspire a man's desire to keep you close. 1. Make him feel safe with you. If you want to win a man's heart, you need to make him see you as the safest place on earth, the place he can truly call home. One of the best ways to make a man feel safe with you is to show him genuine interest. Keep in mind that a great deal of this is chemistry, so authenticity is immensely important. The more genuine you are, the more positive the energy you will send out to him. A man wants a woman who can give him the attention he needs and deserves. So create an opportunity to really get to know him. Talk to him, not at him. Listen carefully when he tells you about his life and the things he loves. Let him know you are listening by asking him the right questions during the conversation. By actually listening and being present with him, he'll know you truly understand what he wants and what he needs, and pretty soon you'll see him making all sorts of excuses just to be around you. 2. Don't pressure him about commitment. Most women struggle to get a man to commit to a relationship because they're desperate to do so. And the more desperate you are to make a man commit, the greater his fear of commitment becomes. This is because men get the idea that they are not in control of their own lives, and this will cause them to resist control, even to their own detriment. So avoid pressuring a man about commitment, and don't give him ultimatums or play mind games for the sake of trying to get him to stay in a relationship. It's really about respecting his personal space and not seeing him as an extension of yourself. Let him chase you instead. When you let him chase you, he will work harder to gain your approval. This will arouse his sense of urgency, and he'll be in a greater hurry to get a hold of you before someone else does. Men love the thrill of the chase, and if you want him to commit, you have to make him earn his place in your life. 3. Be unpredictable. Most women are actually predictable, and this can cause a man to quickly lose interest. A great way to get and keep a man's attention is to be a little mysterious. Always maintain something that he doesn't know about you, so that as he finds out these new things, the new and exciting feeling will be constantly perpetuated, avoiding the burnout a lot of relationships suffer from. Now, these tips will definitely help you put an effective strategy into place to win a man's heart, but it won't take you all the way home. This is just scratching the surface. You'll need to know exactly how to use your feminine power to emotionally connect with a man and make him addicted to you. Fortunately, I've taken everything I've discovered and used and put it all together in one amazing program. It's called Charming Him. Charming Him is a proven step-by-step system that allows you to attract that one special man you desire, get him to fall in love with you, and create a wonderful and lasting relationship without sacrificing your dignity or pretending to be someone you're not. This simple but powerful system will work for you even if you're old, overweight, unattractive, or introverted, and even if you think you've seen and tried everything. Now, before we go any further, let me just warn you. If you're looking for a bunch of clever one-liners to use on a man, this is not for you. If you're looking to take advantage of men by manipulating or tricking them into being with you, please exit this video. This isn't for you. This is only for women who want a genuine, practical, results-focused blueprint for attracting a man and keeping him. Here's a little taste of what you'll discover inside the Charming Him system. Revealed, the truth about how attraction really works for a man. Discover what men secretly want you to know but could never tell you. The 8 key traits men look for in a woman. Women who are consistently attractive to men possess these qualities. The astonishing secret of how to talk to men. Discover what to say and what not to say to establish a deep emotional connection with a man so you can get him to lower his guard and open up to you. Master the art of flirting using these little-known eye contact and body language techniques. Discover how to make a man desire you without saying a single word. Better than bars and clubs. 7 wonderful places to meet intelligent, attractive, and respectable men that almost always lead to deeper conversation and longer-lasting relationships. What never to do when you're looking for love. Ever. The reason why, and what to do instead. How to know if a guy really likes you. Look for these 8 telltale signs to find out if he's interested in you. The ridiculously easy way to get a guy to ask you out on a date and make him think it's 100% his idea. How to be irresistible to any man you want. Use these powerful techniques to get him thinking about you, fantasizing about you, and actually craving you, even when you're not around. The 6 repulsive dating mistakes women make with men. Discover how to quickly recognize and avoid them so he sees you as the most attractive woman in his eyes. When should you sleep with a man? The answer may surprise you. Sleep with him at the right moment, and he's all yours. Get the timing wrong, and you could turn him off from wanting a committed relationship. How to know if a man is just using you. The 4 most common and often overlooked warning signs that show he's been deceptive about his intentions towards you. How to get a man to fall deeply and passionately in love with you. Discover the little-known secrets to getting past a man's psychological defenses and winning his heart. How to get a man to commit to you and only you, even if he fears commitment or says he doesn't believe in monogamy. Why men lose interest. And what you can do to pull him closer to you when you feel him pulling away. 7 surefire ways to know if a man really loves you. Gain total peace of mind knowing exactly how he feels about you. How to keep the passion alive in your relationship. 4 simple but effective tactics to reignite the spark as your relationship evolves. 7 mind-blowing sex moves you can use to create more excitement in the bedroom. Satisfy his deepest sexual fantasies and desires and have him begging you for more. The 4 most common and most deadly reasons why men cheat, and how to prevent a man from cheating on you no matter how long you've been together. The single most powerful 6-step seduction strategy you can use to get a man sexually obsessed with you. Hint: this will turn him on like crazy and make him do anything to please you. The strange reason why men watch porn, and what to do about it. How to capture a man's mind and imagination using dirty talk. Do this right, and you'll always have him present with you and craving you so much that he can't even think about another woman. How to almost effortlessly get a man to be more romantic. 5 little-known secrets that will inspire him to embrace his romantic side and be more caring and spontaneous. 8 crucial questions to ask yourself before you commit to any man. Answer these honestly to avoid feeling unhappy and vulnerable in your relationship. 14 essential secrets to building a happy and lasting relationship. Ignore these, and your relationship is doomed to fail. How to make a long-distance relationship work. Find out exactly what to do to remain emotionally connected and close, even when you're thousands of miles apart from the man you love. How to make a man want to marry you. Plus, how to quickly get him to propose to you with excitement and enthusiasm. And so much more. Nothing is held back. You'll have everything you need to attract and keep the man you desire and deserve. Just imagine. No more lonely Saturday nights. No more feeling envious when you're around other happy couples. And no more awkward conversations with your family when they ask, "So, are you seeing anyone special?" Go ahead. Just imagine being the woman that men can't resist. Picture how happy and safe you're going to feel when that one special man holds you gently in his strong arms, stares passionately into your eyes, and says, "I love you." And just think of what your friends will say when they see what a cute couple you make and how perfect you are for each other. Feels amazing, right? So let me ask you, how much is a lifetime of enjoyment with the man of your dreams worth to you? What would it be worth to you to end the horrible, paralyzing feeling of fear and regret for good, gain unstoppable confidence and power, and give yourself the ability to experience love the way you were supposed to? What would it be worth to you to know with certainty for the rest of your life you could always get a man to stay loyal to you and know that you'll never be one of those women who end up alone? Can you even put a price on it? Probably not, since most women would rather die than live a life of loneliness. Many women spend thousands of dollars to hire therapists and relationship coaches to share the exact same secrets you'll discover inside the Charming Him system. However, because you've watched the special presentation and have shown me and yourself that you're truly serious about finding true love and creating a meaningful relationship, you're getting access to this system for a fraction of that. See, my mission in life is to empower 1 million women just like you to have satisfying relationships with men. And I know the best way to achieve that goal is to make the program more affordable. So, because I'm inviting you to join this movement and be a part of something bigger that inspires positive change in the world, when you click the button below, you'll get instant access to the Charming Him system for a small one-time investment of just $47. Over the course of a month, that's just $1.57 a day, which is less than the price of a cup of coffee. And to make this decision as easy for you as possible, you're completely protected by my 60-day, no questions asked, 100% money-back guarantee. Go ahead and download the entire Charming Him system right now. Try out every tip, technique, and strategy for the next 60 days. If for any reason you're not 100% delighted with your results, if you don't have more pleasant experiences with men than you do right now, and if you don't have the relationship you've always wanted, simply send a quick email to support@charminghim.com and I will promptly refund every penny. No hassles, no questions asked. Your word is good enough. That's more than a guarantee. It's my personal promise to you. I'm willing to put all the risk on my shoulders because that's how confident I am that this will work for you. Simply click the button below this video and enter your information on the secure 256-bit SSL encrypted form on the next page. Your information is 100% safe and confidential. You'll get instant access to the Charming Him system, and soon you'll look back at this very moment as a crucial turning point in your life. Everything is going to change for the better when you discover the secrets to creating the relationship of your dreams today. And just to make this a total no-brainer, when you claim your copy of Charming Him now, I'm going to give you 3 special bonuses that you can download at no additional cost to you. Bonus number 1, the Prince Charming Test. This special guide will show you how to assess a man's character and long-term relationship goals before you get seriously involved with him. Here's what you'll find out. Is he really the one? Follow this simple checklist to see if he's boyfriend material and capable of being a good lifetime partner for you. 9 warning signs that show he's unworthy of you. Find out if he's guilty of any of these destructive feelings and behaviors. The one thing that you must always keep in mind when it comes to men. Unfortunately, most women ignore this and end up sabotaging their chances of being in a healthy relationship. This comprehensive guide is going to reveal everything you need to know before pursuing a long-term relationship. This is valuable information that you must have if you want to save yourself from heartbreak and avoid wasting your precious time with a man who doesn't deserve you. Bonus number 2, how to be irresistible online. This simple quick start guide takes all the confusion and difficulty out of online dating. In fact, it's the easiest way I know to meet great guys online and attract that one special man. Here's a sneak peek of what you'll discover inside. The insider's secret to creating an attractive dating profile that gets high-quality men messaging you. Find out exactly what you should say in your profile and what photos you should use to create the right impression and stand out from the competition. What to say when a guy you're interested in contacts you first. And the one simple mistake you must avoid if you ever want him to see you as long-term relationship material. Online to offline. How to know when it's the right time to meet a guy face to face. Plus, how to secretly test if there's any real chemistry between the two of you before you go on a date. And much, much more. If you ever thought about using online dating to attract the one for you, this is the best way to do it. Bonus number 3, romantic texting. This exclusive guide reveals how to use texting to build attraction with the man you desire. Here's what's inside. The 8 types of texts that turn men off. Avoid sending these kinds of messages if you want to keep his attention focused only on you. What to say in your very first text after you've exchanged phone numbers. This will get him thinking about you and desperately anticipating when he'll see you again. How to flirt through texting. This simple but effective texting strategy will help you create a deeper level of rapport, intimacy, and romance in your relationship. Knowing how to use texting to your advantage will improve the quality of your relationship, and this special guide is going to reveal secrets to you that most women will never know about texting men. When you order Charming Him today, you'll immediately get access to these 3 amazing bonuses: the Prince Charming Test, How to Be Irresistible Online, and Romantic Texting, absolutely free. But you must act now while this offer is still available. It's time to make a decision. You're at a crossroads right now, and you really just have 2 options leading to 2 very different lives. Option 1 is you can do nothing. You can leave this page right now and never look back. You can keep searching around online, continue down the agonizingly slow road of learning by trial and error, facing costly mistakes and setbacks, taking years to figure out what men really want and need from you, knowing you once had the opportunity to experience true love and lasting happiness, but never took advantage of it. Option 2 is you can take total control of your love life today and start putting the winning tips, techniques, and strategies you'll discover inside the Charming Him system to work for you. To attract the man you desire and get him to fall in love with you, to inspire him to commit and stay loyal to you and only you, and enjoy a more fun, passionate, and fulfilling long-term relationship. When it comes right down to it, only one of these choices makes any sense at all. Choose the smart option and say yes to Charming Him right now. Years from now, when you're looking back at your life, don't you want to say you had the courage to experience the kind of love and devotion from a man that most women only dream about? We both know that you want this, that you deserve this. So don't wait. Make a definitive decision right now and take the first step towards the relationship you desire. Click the button below now, enter your information, and you'll get instant access to the complete Charming Him system, plus all the bonuses. If you're even remotely interested in attracting a man who loves you for who you are and will never let you go, then you owe it to yourself to at least check out this program. And with my 100% no questions asked money back guarantee, you have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. Click the button below to get started now. Still here? Still making your decision? If so, it's probably because you have a few questions I haven't answered yet. So let me answer some of the most common questions I get about the Charming Him system. How fast will I see results? Well, that really depends on how serious you are and if you are willing to commit to following simple instructions. You could start seeing results in as little as 24 hours to as much as a few days or weeks, depending on your level of commitment and how fast you implement the tips, techniques, and strategies you'll discover inside the program. Are there any hidden fees or monthly charges? No. This is a one-time payment only, and then you gain lifetime access to the entire program. I know there are some websites out there that offer you a great deal on something, but then they stick you in some program that charges your card every month. This isn't one of them. There's no fine print or hidden trials or anything even remotely like that. Will it work if I'm over 40? Absolutely! In fact, this works even better if you're over 40. Women who are older are typically more mature and more experienced and have a much easier time getting past their insecurities so they can take action a lot faster. A man isn't going to be less attracted to you or less likely to commit to a long-term relationship because you're older. It's only because you're not using your feminine energy in a way that enables you to capture his full attention. I show you exactly how to do that inside the program. So, yes, this will definitely work for you even if you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond. I'm recently divorced and just getting back into dating, Will this still work for me? Yes! This program works for women from many different backgrounds and situations. It doesn't matter if you're divorced, have small children, or you consider yourself old school when it comes to dating. The specific techniques and strategies I teach are universal and will have the same effect because they appeal to the psychological responses hardwired into a man's subconscious mind. There's no guesswork on your part. All you need to do is follow the program and you'll start seeing results. I'm in a relationship right now. Will this work for me? Yes. If you're already in a relationship, this program will show you how to strengthen his love for you so he never loses interest. You'll also be able to understand how he thinks and how to engage him in a way that makes him feel a lot closer to you and more invested in giving you everything you need from the relationship. What makes this program different from any other relationship program out there? That's a great question. Unlike other relationship programs that try to get you to play mind games and use manipulation to get a man's attention, Charming Him is the only program designed to help you gain a deep understanding of how a man's mind really works and how to inspire his love for you and his desire for a committed long-term relationship based on proven psychological principles. Is it safe to use my credit card on your website? Absolutely. Your credit card is completely safe. We use ClickBank as our trusted online retailer. They have the highest standard of encryption to ensure your information is kept 100% safe and secure. The same level of encryption used by large banks. Your absolute privacy is assured. Is this hard or time-consuming? I'm really busy. No, this is definitely not hard or time-consuming. The program is organized in a way that ensures you never get overwhelmed. You can go through the entire program at your own pace and you won't feel confused about what to do next. Everything is already done for you. How quickly will I receive the Charming Him system and all the bonuses? The entire program is delivered digitally, meaning you get access to everything immediately after you purchase. You don't have to wait for weeks to receive a package in the mail. You can literally get started within minutes from now. Your program access details will be sent to the email address you provide at checkout so you can go back and download the materials to your computer, tablet, or smartphone anytime you want, even if it's 2 o'clock in the morning. So, go ahead and click the button below now and gain control of your love life today. Remember, you're fully protected by my 60-day, no questions asked money-back guarantee, which means you have 60 full days to go through the program, try it out, and if for any reason you don't love it, you can just send me an email and get a full refund. It's really that simple. Let me tell you the truth you probably already know. If you want different results, you need to do something different. That's why each moment you hesitate to try out the Charming Him system is another moment you'll struggle with men. Each day that you're not changing the way you do things is a missed opportunity to have the relationship you've been dreaming about since you were a little girl. Isn't it just better to take action now rather than wondering what if for the rest of your life? Your life is all you really have, and your enjoyment of life and the world around you is based on how you feel. And how you feel as a woman is based on the quality of your relationship. Life is short. How many happy and healthy years do you really have left? Your future is whatever you make it. So make it a great one. Click the button below right now and get instant access to the complete Charming Him system plus all the bonuses.